So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. The Falcons at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away at their timing.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw, Ritter. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Cousins on the keeper. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins, touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
54 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Ritter off the play fake. That's out wide here for Robinson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Second down throw coming for Ritter. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts,
A 20-yard touchdown.
and the Falcons have cut it back within a score.
And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Here's a handoff to Hunt running left.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On second down, right back to Hunt.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. To throw, Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And he'll take it just outside the 40.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ritter with it after the play fake. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Falcons have cut the lead back down to 2. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And now he's going to go down. A big sack, and they're unable to tie it.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Here's Cousins. They'll go screen here to Hunt.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 41, here's second down at 7. On the counter, Hunt. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kareem Hunt with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to stretch out their lead.
Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Andrew Booth making the tackle.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Still 15 yards to go, second down. Looking to throw it here. Ritter checks this one.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings are able to widen their advantage.
They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Ritter now. Targets Miller here on the out route. He's got him.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. On play action, here's Ritter. This pass is caught by London.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, Ritter.
Flushed out right. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Ritter going to keep it.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Desmond Ritter
Scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Falcons get a bit closer.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
Ritter will throw for it.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Kene Nwangu.
And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Ritter's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Now Ritter to throw on 1st down. Open man, completes it to Claypool.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. Koo now for the point after.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
A first down throw for Cousins.
They'll set up the screen here to Gaskin.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 3rd and 12. Throwing is Cousins.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Ritter on 1st and 10.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
125 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
First down, here's Ritter.
And a dump off here to Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons! Bijan Robinson with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Falcons are back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
When the holding penalty sets him back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run again with Hunt. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins.
Justin Jefferson.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Muscles him off.
Down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Second down, Gaskin.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They go play action. Cousins. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They pitch it out to Hunt. Shoves him aside. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
93 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's a give to Madison running right. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Completes this to Addison out left.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and end up making the play.
Joseph's got it, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So 3 points, a response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away, as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Following the interception, Cousins. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Cousins.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be Falcon football.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Going play action, Ritter. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. That one deep for London.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
So after the incompletion on